What's up, everybody, and welcome to Around the Monitor for the week of October 23rd. I'm your host, Zach, and joining me once again, we've got the world's #1 Psychonauts fan, David.
If you're not watching live, you're probably going to miss Chaos Jeopardy, and that's a fucking shame, so you should follow our Twitch channel.
It is a GD shame. Great plug, by the way. We've got the Ace Attorney, Pridge.
Something, also about Chaos Jeopardy.
We've got the Lord of the Boxes, Chris.
The only thing more chaotic than Chaos Jeopardy is the fucking background behind me for this show.
Fun fact, that's not a green screen. That's real boxes.
Yeah, I happen to be moving.
And
Which, hey, don't move in a pandemic, by the way.
And last but not least, we've got the hockey sticks and sickle herself, Elise.
Claws up. R.I.P., never forget.
If this is your first time watching the show, basically how we do things here, this is our weekly gaming news talk show. We basically rip the rules straight from ESPN's Around the Horn. You can tell by the name of the show.
What are they going to do? Sue us?
We'll see you in court.
Okay, let's not give them any more ammunition than they already do.
Listen. We only have 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. We're not that big yet. But how we
might be ESPN's lawyers.
In conclusion, we'll see you in court.
Yeah, probably. The way we do things here, we talk through the week's news and gaming. Everybody gets to talk about their opinion on a topic. As they do so, I give them points based on how well they argue their opinions. If you're watching along live on twitch.tv/KingKaiser, you can use the channel points to vote to give or take away points from people you like or dislike. More specifically, their points. But sure, if you hate the person too, I don't care. Whoever has the most points at the end of the show wins and gets to talk about whatever they like for a minute. Because this is our 3K subscriber show, if you're watching along live, you can vote in at any point in time. And if the person you pick wins the show, you get to pick one of the games from our prize pool, and I will give you the Steam code for that game. But we always start the show with a trivia question to determine the order.
Which we always have well in advance of the show starting.
That's why I didn't just grab it right now. My question to you all is, how many subscribers does our channel have right now?
3,069.
Hey.
3,038.
3,047.
Fuck all of you. Yeah, fuck it. 3,069.
That's what I said.
Oh, damn it. 3,042.
The correct answer is 3,036.
Hey, two off.
Chris, followed by David, followed by
first.
Elise, followed by Pridge is going to be the order. Let's talk about the topics for this week's show. We've got Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez streamed Among Us on Twitch for 439,000 viewers at once. It was the must-see TV of the moment last night. I hope you all got to watch it. Ubisoft announces Ubisoft Connect, a system for crossplay and digital rewards. Love the CEO of that company still. A job listing at Sucker Punch implies that they might be working on a Ghost of Tsushima sequel already. Kojima Productions is hiring people for a new game, surprising no one. This is my nothing news article. Nobody picked this one. There's nothing to talk about. Nintendo, the cowards, patched out Minecraft Steve's meat. Absolute tragedy of our times, folks. Hope
You can have Bayonetta in the game, but Minecraft Steve can't have a hog.
That's a damn good point. Avengers delays next-gen version into next year and DLC characters into next month. Will the game survive, considering that on Steam already they are at just 1,000 concurrent players? Without crossplay, mind you. So finding partners on Steam is not super easy at the moment. Sony says that PlayStation 5's fans will optimize for individual games over time. They will use machine learning to essentially figure out how fast the fan needs to spin to make the gameplay good. Is this just speak? I don't know. Twitch is warning streamers of DMCA takedowns, but they won't tell them which of their clips are offending the DMCA takedowns. God damn it, this is such a fucking hell platform, and for some reason they continue to be the only one that's being used. RIP Mixer. We have an update to Fortnite that cuts the game's file size by 60 gigabytes. Fun fact, I didn't know my Fortnite was even 60 gigabytes in the first place at this point. That's so much.
Big games are big.
That's a huge game.
Mm-hmm.
2K literally cannot help themselves from putting ads in their already $60 full price games. They did it to NBA 2K, which now, has full video ads during loading screens. What the fuck? We got a first look at screenshots of the Uncharted movie. And last but not least, after a Tetris Royale and a Mario Brothers style Royale, we now have a Pac-Man Royale. Don't count on playing this anytime soon, though. It's only on Stadia. Chris.
So don't count on playing it ever.
Yeah, really. Chris, you are up first. What would you like to talk about?
That's great. I wish I wasn't. Okay. Let's go with Sony says the PlayStation 5 fans will optimize for individual games over time, because this is the only topic I'm prepared to talk about.
Hey, let us know about those sweet, sweet fans.
So, the PlayStation 5 is a thing that's coming out. You might have heard of it. It's quite big. Basically, so it's going to be using a system that will be tracking, like CPU process, like all usage of all the different parts of the console during individual games, and then it's going to be collecting all of that information to. Hey, it's gonna sell that information to people. But more importantly, or equally importantly, they're going to use that to improve the PlayStation 5 in a bunch of ways. But the most interesting one is this one right here. So basically, it's going to detect parts of the game that are particularly strenuous on the PlayStation 5. And like basically note that, like, hey, we need to be cranking the fans up higher here in order to make the gameplay go good and not chunk and not have your freaking PlayStation 4 thing where like it sounds like a jet engine where we're trying to boot up a game. So it's gonna like, so if it notes like an area of particularly high graphical like intensity is coming up, it'll start spinning the fan higher earlier instead of starting to spin it as it needs it, which should hopefully ease overall the like stress on the console. This is really, really cool technology, assuming that it actually works properly, which, I mean, hey, there's like a 50-50 chance on that, but very similar to the thing we had talked about last week or 2 weeks ago with whole PlayStation 5 recording, like you have to submit your thing. Apparently, it is up to individual games whether or not they would like this feature to be a part of their thing, because they have to add a thing that lets Sony track how track how much is being used. So I foresee a lot of companies who are in denial about how like chugging their games are being like, don't put that in.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's
so
extra work for them.
This in the same category as last one is going to be, oh, that's cool for first party Sony titles.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically,
and nobody else.
It's gonna make Naughty Dog's games run just beautifully, like they already do. But.
Can I say one thing about this?
David, you took a class on game development. Tell us about this.
If the CPU is being, or CPU or GPU are being utilized a lot, the fan goes faster. Congratulations, AI complete.
That is what a lot of people were saying, where it was like, the fans are gonna spin. We understand that.
Is it hotter? The fans run faster. That's really it.
So
that's fucking all the fans do.
But they can preempt it, Dave. It's future proof.
So what you're trying to say is that the fans go burr.
The fans go burr. Okay. Do you have a PC? That's how your PC works. That's just it.
Liquid cooled consoles. When?
We've got points in the chat. Rusty gives both to David and Chris for their brilliance of talking about fans. Fans at 100% all the time. That sounds like a good idea.
That's a great idea.
Authorheim gives a point to Chris as well.
That's what the PS4 is.
Yeah, that's it. That's what the PS4 is.
That's your jet plane taking off.
As it's burning a hole through my freaking entertainment center, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you summed it up. Like, this is a cool idea in theory. David points out, do we need this? Does this actually help anything? Will this actually be used by game developers? Man, I don't know. Is this just speak from PlayStation to make us be like, oh yeah, PlayStation 5, high tech, big console?
Look, it's a cool idea. Is it going to matter? Almost certainly not, but it's a cool idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, Matt in the chat says, fans at 100% is my work laptop. Exactly. Now it's your PlayStation 5.
You're welcome.
I believe. Shit, remind me of the order again. I totally
I think
forgot.
it was me.
I think it is. I
next?
think you got 420 ahead of Elise's 460 or 480. David, what would you like to talk about for your second topic?
I could talk about something serious. However, I'm going to talk about Minecraft Steve's dick.
I almost talked about my
Hey.
dick. I almost did it, but I used my one joke in the preamble.
Tell us about his glorious cubed meat.
All right, so realistically, what actually happened here is in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, they recently added Minecraft Steve. In his victory screen, he like eats a piece of, I believe, steak or whatever. It's like cooked steak.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then he kind of like he puts it down a little bit after it eats it, and it's sitting right by where his dick would be, and it's very much dick shaped based on the camera position.
Mhm.
So everyone's like, Steve's just holding his pixelated dick in the victory screen, which is accurate. That's what he's doing. Nintendo was like, we didn't catch this. That's definitely a pixelated dick. So they released a patch yesterday, within the past 24 hours. And
Yeah.
part of that patch was changing Steve's victory screen to not have his dick out in the open. This is a travesty. Steve is a brave and open nudist, and he will not be put down by Nintendo. Or Microsoft even, because Kotaku in a recent interview with Phil Spencer talked about Minecraft Steve's pixelated dick in Super Smash Brothers.
Why?
And their interviewer was like, "Oh, Phil, have you seen Steve's victory screen in Super Smash Brothers?" And Phil Spencer was like, "No, I haven't, and I'm concerned now that you're asking."
Mm-hmm.
And so the Kotaku interviewer showed a screenshot, and this was Phil Spencer's reaction. I assume that'll be removed.
Ah, Phil. Uncle Phil.
And you know what? Phil was fucking right. They removed that shit. Don't censor Steve. He's a proud nudist. Let him be. Let him have his meat out in the open. Who cares? It's a steak. It's not a dick. But also it's a dick. So
I mean, come on. Yeah, the interview with Phil Spencer is just the icing on the cake to this story, where literally Stephen Totillo of Kotaku was like, "Hey, have you?" They were literally just talking about the Xbox Series X and like the power it has and all this different stuff, and just casually, like on a break during the interview, he was like, "Hey, have you seen the victory screen yet? It's so funny." And Phil Spencer was not pleased about it. So who knows like what like red phone he picked up and was like, "Nintendo, what the fuck?" And just
I mean, let's be real. This fucking exploded on Twitter because it really, like, honestly, if you watch the victory animation, Steve clearly eats a steak and then like kind of puts it down, but then the overlay for the Victor comes in. And the overlay covers up Steve's lower body, and his dick's just floating out there.
Yeah,
so
it's,
like
it's
bad.
It's unfathomable. Dan Sayonara Stan takes away a point from David. Go to horny jail, he says. Elise, you're up next. What would you like to talk about?
I'm going to talk about Marvel's Avengers.
Heck yeah. Or maybe not. I don't
Marvel's
know.
Avengers. Did I lose you? No, we're good. Marvel's Avengers, they tried to do a Destiny. They were like, hey, look how much money Destiny makes. We want some of that. See, here's the thing. Destiny got in at a really good time. It had a lot of hype coming in because Bungie made it and had all that hype. Plus, it got a lot of like press before it released, which meant it got a good influx of players right at the beginning. And a lot of those players were disappointed in the game, but it was good enough and there was hype enough that they stuck with it.
Mhm.
And then Destiny, grew into a well-beloved game, and then they made Destiny 2, which kind of repeated the cycle, but now it's another well-beloved game. It's really quite good. There can't be 7 Destinies because these are all the same player base. And this player base is going to play one game, or at least one of these types of games, maybe two. So you can't have Anthem and Marvel's Avengers and Warframe and Destiny and fucking whatever else. Warframe and Destiny can coexist. They have for a long time. But if you don't come out the gate with like thousands of players with a good enough game that those players are going to stick by and not, just leave and play Destiny again, those people are going to leave. You're going to stop getting money, and your roadmap is going to fizzle out because you need to make the game better. And then you spend all your money making the game better. No one comes back because they're like, oh, that game kind of sucked. I'm just going to play Destiny. And then you've just wasted like 4 years of your time, 5 years maybe of your time. You've wasted all of your money. And listen, Destiny, it makes a lot of money, but it's not the powerhouse that people think it is. Like, it is not World of Warcraft level. It is not Call of Duty at its prime. It makes a lot of money, but the thing that Destiny is consistent. It makes money year after year consistently off a similar player base. If you can't get people to stick with your game for a couple years, you're completely fucked. So the news story here is Marvel's Avengers, they delayed their next generation. They delayed their DLC characters to try to work on the game. I think the game is dead. I think it's gonna have servers for another year or two, and then the servers are gonna go down. I think the player base is gonna continue to decline. That's my like prediction, because the game is fine, but compared to any of its competition, I'd rather play those.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, obviously, Destiny 2, as you basically pointed out, is a very established game in the same genre. And also, yeah, there's just too many goddamn games and services for them all to succeed. It can't possibly happen. I do want to address our chat right now.
Oh no.
Because Baron did give, I believe, 6 points to Elise during that
Yes,
speech.
but that's not how the show
That's not
works.
how-
Yeah, we should have mentioned this. You can only give 1 point per talking point. You can't just rig the system like this.
Respect the hustle, though.
I do respect the hustle.
Hey man, he's got all those channel points. Gotta flex them.
That being said, Elise does get a point from Baron. He also we also have Rusty. Wait. Rusty gave a point to David, probably because he voted for him. And oh snap, both Alterheim and Hella Nugget took away points from Elise. This is going to be the most wild show we've ever had. Okay. This is bullshit, but I love it. Again,
Audience participation.
this is the most the points are made up and the rules don't matter. Pridge, you were the final person to speak in the first round. We have another arcade fan. Why would you take it away from Elise? Oh, okay. He takes away from Elise and Chris.
What? You can't. That's not how that works.
This is
I guess-
he's voting for David, I think. Maybe
Wait, you
it's Pridge.
can take away 2 points.
He's voting for
for
Fridge.
people?
He took away from
You can take
everyone.
away
And
or add
David.
1 point per person per topic.
Yes.
That's stupid.
I believe
it is stupid. I don't know who designed this show. Pridge, what would you like to talk about for your first topic?
Don't know who designed this. Who did design this show?
Wait. Oh, never mind. Never mind. We're good.
Pridge, which topic would you like to talk about?
Okay, I would like to talk about the new round of Twitch DMCA takedowns.
Heck yeah, this is honestly, I'm pretty pissed about this story. I hope you are too. Tell me about it.
So back in July, Twitch started a series of DMCA takedowns. And to briefly explain it, DMCA takedowns are basically just when you use someone's content they have access to. For Twitch, it almost entirely comes down to music. If you play music you don't have a license to play, you're technically violating copyright, and you can get a DMCA takedown against you. But when this was happening in July, Twitch was basically telling people, delete this content or you can lose your entire account.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people had to go. A lot of people basically had to search through tons of old videos or like delete their entire library just to make sure they had no offending content.
Mm-hmm.
Twitch has now done a second round of these DMCAs, but they've completely changed the strategy. Instead of telling you to change it and threatening you if you don't with big punishment, they're actually just going in and getting rid of it. They're just deciding to get rid of it on their own. They're not getting any long-term punishment, so there's no risk of you losing your account. But they're basically saying, hey, by the way, we took away some videos of yours. We're not going to tell you which ones, but you now have less videos because we deleted them. Have fun with that. Talk to you later.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no method of the way they're. I mean, obviously they have to do this if the people who own the music are telling them to that they need to do this. But like both methods of doing it kind of suck. Because it's really for people who have been streaming for a long time, it's very hard to find the offending content. You've been doing this for a while and you have a lot of clips and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what makes this very unfortunate, is that it does become very difficult for people to even like obey Twitch's commands, even if they want to. I can't say if this new strategy is any better. I guess it's less work for the creator to have to dig through their own content. But again, either way, this is just very annoying. But there's really no way around this. I mean, again, as Zach has talked about in one of his videos on music licensing, people who own music licenses are crazy about protecting it. You know, think Nintendo on any of its IPs level of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a thing that's going to happen. It's unfortunate, but a great way for Twitch to do it, but it's going to happen.
Yeah. This is super frustrating, and the way they're making this work is absolutely, it's not good. Again, they're literally just taking down videos from people, or they're saying, hey, they've sent emails to a bunch of Twitch streamers, and they're like, hey, you have videos that are in violation of this. We're gonna go after you unless you take them down. But they don't tell them what videos are offending, and the only thing they do is they give them a button that deletes all of their previous videos, and it's like, what? There's no good option here. You're just fucking me.
There's still not a good way for you to basically conform to the correct behavior, because again, they don't do these constantly. They just decide to come out in waves. So it's very frustrating for streamers. But again, there's very other options for it.
I do have to catch up with the chat here because a lot of stuff just happened.
I fucking sounded the horn of Gondor, motherfuckers.
Okay, so Bliss Prophecy subscribed at tier 1.
Shout out to my boy Zach, not this one, the one that's in the chat.
Thank you very much, other Zach. Appreciate that. Good spelling of your name, by the way. They also gave us 5 bits.
What?
Then very quickly, Hello Nuggets gave us. I'm not going to count all those bits, but it's more bits. We do have RK Fan gave a point to Pridge. Baron then took away a point from Pridge. Althorheim then gave a point to Pridge. And Hello Nugget also gave a point to Pridge. So Pridge was up more. Then we also had
legal bastard.
Hello Nugget said, "Go legal, handsome man." Appreciate that.
Oh, thank you.
And Hello gonna officially gave us 13 bits from what I'm counting.
13. And then Hello Nugget, Bliss Prophecy also donated a tier 1 sub to Hayo. Hayo, you're welcome for the awesome emote that you now have. The Breath of the Wild 10 out of 10. And Bliss Prophecy also gives a point to Chris. Bliss Prophecy, I'm going to assume that you're voting for Chris because, again, if you're watching the show, you can win one of these games that we have left.
Many game codes.
Many games.
Well, fuck. I was gonna completely.
I also noted blitz for Chris.
I was gonna in the second half, but now that fucking Zach's got my back, I'm gonna help him.
I think that is everything I needed to catch up on with the chat in regards to the show. Again, if you're watching live, vote along to influence the scores. Also, vote along to choose who you think is going to win the show. And if you win, you get one of these free Steam codes that we will totally give to you. Because we have a shit ton of them. But going into round 2, Chris, you are up. What would you like to pick from this exciting list of topics that we have left?
All right, so we're gonna jump into 2K and their complete inability to not put ads in a $60 video game that you pay for, and then probably also buy downloadable content for and other bullshit. Because 2K loves money, they
2K.
fucking adore it.
Read the fucking room, 2K. People aren't happy about it, 2K.
So
Tell us
I
about
believe
this.
I believe the first time we saw this was in the UFC game, but honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if it was in something before that. But yes, basically during like replays and shit, they will pop up full fucking not like a long advertisement, but they're like, like it'll be like, this replay brought to you by Amazon's The Boys, and it's like, I am paying for a video game. I don't need to know what the fucking boys are up to. Thanks, good
what
show
the
though.
boys are up to.
Someone's cracking open a cold one with them though.
This does remind me of this.
That's a point to bridge for that joke.
Yeah, that was good. It's a good joke. This does remind me of the best bit of latent advertising in a game, which is in whichever NBA 2K is the one directed by Spike Lee, which is fantastic. Where there's a bottle of Gatorade that is so well modeled, it is a larger file size than the ball, the basketball.
What?
Yeah, that's a true thing.
I did not know about this.
It's like it's a crazy well modeled bottle of Gatorade. Like some dev spent days on that.
You just like the commercials, you can see the sweat like just dripping down the side.
Yeah, no, you can. It's got a glisten effect.
To be clear, you can make a ball in 3D modeling software with 2 clicks.
I understand a ball is easier to make, but this is a basketball game.
But can you
An
put
advertisement material
all
shouldn't
the
be
little
bigger.
rivets on the basketball?
Yeah, it's just a texture. That's not.
Yeah,
that has nothing to do with the
Alright, listen, I
model.
don't know shit about 3D modeling. Chris, keep talking.
All right. Anyway, the main point here is that we can keep yelling at NBA, and they'll probably patch it out. Probably.
You mean 2K?
Whatever. Yeah, both. I mean, hey,
Yell at the NBA.
Hey, they're contributing. It's probably NBA's sponsors anyway.
I'm sure they're getting money off of this somehow.
Yeah, of course they are.
Mhm.
But we can keep yelling all we want. This is inevitable. Dread it, run from it. Advertising and marketing people arrive all the same, and they still want their goddamn money. Because at the end of the day, we can keep yelling, but eventually we'll get tired, and eventually we'll stop replying to Twitter threads of people who are both the people who play the 2K games and are also like have an active like gaming Twitter presence, and eventually we'll be like, whatever, I'm over it. And then that's it. And then 2K wins. So like we can fight them. We can either fight them on this or fight them on the $70 games. Guess what? We're gonna lose both fights, but pick which one you want to stave off longer because you're only winning one of these fights.
God damn, that was very well worded.
Very inspirational.
Yeah, very well worded. I agree that's what's gonna happen.
Except the global thermonuclear heat death of games.
Yeah. Again, Bliss Prophecy in the chat gives a point to Chris, saying, "Chris, model for me." Would you like to vogue for the chat now?
How do you vogue? Is it this?
Anyways, David, you're up next. What would you like to talk about for your second topic?
So I'm going to talk about Ghost of Tsushima.
Claws up.
Listen, Ghost of Tsushima's hiring for people that want to write about feudal Japan. Do you know how big of a period of fucking time feudal Japan is? It's a giant fucking period of time.
David, this is around the Japan history discussion.
Listen. Feudal Japan lasted up until the U.S. Civil War. That is when Japan had the Meiji Revolution, switched from a feudal system to a more democratic system. There's like 600 years of history here. And let's not even take into account that Ghost of Tsushima has a multiplayer DLC that just came out and I really want to play. Chris, we need to fucking play this.
I'm down.
And
100%. This needs to be played on stream for us.
We 100% need to play this because it looks fan-fucking-tastic.
Mm-hmm.
But like, are they gonna make a sequel? Yes! Yes, they're gonna make a sequel.
This game
It's a
sold
wildly
super fucking
successful
well.
new IP. Of course they're gonna make a sequel. Of course they're hiring for a sequel.
Game companies like money. Shocker.
Looking
Like,
at that last
yes.
topic, I never would have guessed.
they're gonna make a sequel. Is it gonna be in Japan in the age of the samurai? Yes, because you know what Ghost of Tsushima is? A samurai game. Does Sony like to make money and successful games that sell their hardware? Yes. This is yes, obviously. They're going to make another one of these games. They could go back to Infamous. Did that sell as well as Ghost of Tsushima? No.
Yikes.
So are they gonna make Ghost of Tsushima? Yes. It might be Ghost of some other province in Japan, but it'll be another Ghost game. It's coming. It's gonna happen.
Ghost
This
of
might just be
Sapporo coming
DLC.
soon.
Ghost of
Who
Sapporo.
knows? My
I'm
hope
here.
is it's the Ghost of the Meiji, but that's my hope.
That's a great title.
The Ghost of the Magi?
No, Meiji, different.
No, I'm
Or
oh,
Ghost
shit.
of the Bakumatsu, same thing, but different
God bless
cultural
you.
significance.
I was thinking the Gift of the Magi. That was where my joke was going.
The
I'm an
joke was
idiot.
good. It tracked.
It was
I
okay.
was
Thank you.
thinking of
I'm glad that you cut out while you laughed at that, but yeah, that was bad on me. We do have some points to give away. Bliss Prophecy thinking about taking back the point for Chris's poor modeling job, but he hasn't quite done that. RK Fan gives a point to Chris, and Dan Sayonara Stan gives a point to David for his mad Japanese history knowledge. Bliss Prophecy also gives 20 more bits. Thank you so much. We
Is
are
that
heading
anyone
out.
damn dog?
Did anyone else lose?
We all-
Yeah,
I think-
Discord
we all
died for a
did.
second.
I think we all did.
Okay, cool.
Everybody's good.
Discord lost its mind for a second, but we're
Good
back
now,
now.
but
Yeah.
Discord died for.
We're
back at
like
Dinosaur's
20
Tail.
seconds.
I'm glad I just kept talking through all that. Also, I didn't mention this before. Thank you, Lucid GG 92 for following us. Appreciate that. Bliss Prophecy. I got ads for days. RK Fan says, David, you did good, but Pridge can do better. Takes
He said the
away
same.
point.
He said the same thing to me earlier. This is bullshit.
Listen,
this whole game is bullshit.
You know what? This game was designed so the chat can take advantage of it. Now they're incentivized because they'll win games. Elise,
To win.
fucking pro fighting games level collusion taking
yes,
place tonight.
collusion.
Collusion.
What
Get
a
fucking spooky in here.
Nobody can use that word anymore. Elise, what would you like? Wait, okay. Hella Nugget says, I am with RK Fan. Take away a point from David, I'm guessing?
I presume, David?
I'm
But don't
assuming
be
that's me. You should take it away from Chris, because
And-
like
Wait, you can't take another. Are you taking away another point? Who are you taking away a point from, Hella Nugget?
Let's take away and give.
I'm assuming he took a point away from me and then gave me a point for being handsome. That's what it looks like.
Okay, I'll take that. And Bliss Prophecy
That's not
gives a
fair.
point to Chris for saying you
David,
should.
I can't believe you just fucking pulled that swindle off.
Whatever.
Nugget did not specify the person, so I'm going to hijack.
Oh, he
that.
says give Dapper. It goes to
Okay, well,
Dapper.
fuck you, Hello Nugget. I see how it is.
This is gonna be a bastard to edit because I'm just giving and taking away points.
Oh,
left
whose
and right.
fault is that?
That's mine. Elise,
Okay, I am also not going to talk about AOC.
It's fine. I will.
And instead, I'm going to talk about Fortnite.
okay.
Because I love what they did. Listen, Epic fucking sucks, but 90 gigabytes down to like 26 gigabytes.
Was it that big of a
Um,
difference?
Yeah, that big of a difference.
Jesus Christ!
Nice.
Yeah, over 60 gigabytes smaller. That's really all this is that they're releasing an update. The download for the update is about 27 gigabytes. But after that, your file size will go from it's like 93 gigabytes right now, I believe. And after the patch, for GameSpot specifically, it weighed 26.88 gigabytes. So you're probably just re-downloading the entire game.
I was about to say, isn't the update download bigger than the actual game?
They're both about a little under 27 gigabytes.
Fair.
I was surprised. I downloaded Fortnite a couple months ago to play with some friends. I was surprised at how big of a fucking game that is, considering it's got like, really low detail
Requirements.
textures,
Yeah.
like, and environment and everything. And like I don't know where all that size goes.
I was about to say I can play it on my iPhone, but fun fact, I can't.
You can play it
Not anymore, you can't.
on your Android phone if you have one.
I could play it on my Android phone if I had one.
If you buy the Google Pixel 5, which you should.
Shut up.
But this is specifically interesting in the conversation of Call of Duty Modern Warfare
Mhm.
and Warzone, because that game has like 30 gigabyte updates every single time they update, which is like once a month, I think, approximately. And that game is up to 150 gigabytes, I think,
Yikes.
maybe a little more. And somehow they just keep doing it over and over again, and people keep uninstalling it because they can't fit it on their computers or on their PlayStations, or I was gonna say on their Xbox, but no one uses those.
Oh,
Damn.
fucking roast.
Yeah, so if Fortnite can, spend a couple weeks or some development time, however long it's been, to cut down so fucking much to make their game the size that actually should be,
Mhm.
I really want to see this from Modern Warfare, because I want to play that game, but I don't want to put 200 fucking gigabytes and uninstall every other game I have.
I don't want to ding you for this. I think this was a story last week, but nobody actually talked about it. I believe Modern Warfare introduced a new thing where you can pick and choose which game modes you want. So it will prevent you from having to download the full 100-something gigabytes of the game.
It's
That's
still
true.
very
It's
big.
still very large.
A lot of the assets.
Isn't Warzone alone still like fucking 48 gigs or something like that?
It's
Uh,
still very
undoubtedly.
big.
Undoubtedly.
It's again, just to clarify, they probably just removed all the seasonal content that they had introduced that they're not going to use again,
Mhm.
Smart.
Yeah.
which is good. It's a good thing, but that's probably all they did.
Yeah. Fair.
Mhm.
We do have some extra points to give out. Baron gives a point for Elise. Dan Sayonara Stan says, haha, gotcha, Microsoft, and gives a point for Elise.
Gotcha, Microsoft.
And Bliss Prophecy takes away a point for not AOC. And RK Fan says, Elise, you did good, but Bridge can do better. Again, just beating this horse dead. Holy shit, RK Fan. Just brutal.
RK fan found legs broken minutes later.
But I think this is going to bring us into the final topic of the show. Pridge, what would you talk about? Can you bring us home?
All right, I will talk about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Thank fucking God. This is actually the biggest story of the week.
So, basically what happened is a couple days ago, Congresswoman from New York, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, asked some people if they asked on Twitter if people wanted to get together to play some Among Us and help encourage people to vote. She got replies from a large number of big streamers. I know Pokemon was probably one of the biggest names. I think H-Bomber guy was on there. There were several others that I knew. I just cannot admittedly remember them right at this moment. But so some very big streamers thought this was a fun idea. And these very big streamers then came on and they had an Among Us stream.
Mhm.
It did all right. It did right. And by it, I mean it was the third. It's now basically the third place ish stream in Twitch history, with over, I believe it was 400,000,
439,000, I believe. Is
439,000 views, which is pretty crazy.
Mhm.
This again, the vast majority of the United States government is old white guys, or even if you take the guys out, still old white people.
True.
They are not what you would call gamers. They are quite bad at it. So to get this sort of event from a politician is pretty nuts. The article itself was talking a lot about what does this mean going forward?
Mhm.
And the reality to that is very little, probably. This is we're not going to suddenly tomorrow see Jamie Harrison beat Lindsey Graham in a Tekken battle, and that's how the
Oh.
election was decided.
Holy
That's
but
awesome
shit.
TV.
But that is precisely my shit right
Oh
there.
my god, I want that so
You
bad.
but that's not
you
what's going to
know he
happen.
mains king. You know he mains king.
If you didn't already, give that man a fucking point.
Oh, I did.
Okay.
I might give him an extra one for that. That's fucking good.
But again, so the moral of the story is this was very cool. I don't know if this truly encouraged anyone to vote. I feel like most people doing this weren't persuaded by this to vote or not vote.
Hmm.
Probably didn't care a super amount in that regard. But it's still worth saying that this is a cool thing. This is a very groundbreaking thing and a very new thing. And it is worth at least taking note of how interesting and unique it is, even if it's not something that's going to have really much of an impact in the near future and really changing how. But it's cool to see, and somewhere down the road, a similar thing like this will probably happen.
Yeah. Totally agree. I think
Lindsey Graham mains Geese Howard because he fetishizes being a wealthy, handsome, and strong evil man. He's just the last one, though. Got him.
Jesus, god damn it.
Also, it was straight up a pretty good stream with a lot of very
It
good
was a good
streamers.
stream.
And, and also had another Congresswoman, Ilhan
Yeah.
Omar.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
very good.
Also on,
Representative
yes.
Ilhan Omar is fucking low-key good as shit at Among Us.
She
Yes.
was very
And her
good.
daughter, also very good.
Yes. When it was Omar, Representative Omar and Charlie Critical as the imposters, holy shit, they were absolutely on one. It was
Okay.
amazing.
I gotta take a look back at the chat here. This is gonna be difficult.
Pridge wins.
That unfortunately does mean David, Elise, and Chris, it's time to go home and become family men. This week's winner is.
He deserved it for the fucking Lindsey Graham joke. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it was very good.
That was very
Pridge,
good.
are you ready for your minute to win it?
We're gonna cover 2 things in 30 seconds. 2 things, 30 seconds each, probably less.
All right, let's do it. Take it away.
All right. First things first. This is our 3K celebration stream. So to the 16 people watching currently, and to anyone else who views this later, honestly, thank you. I don't do nearly as much work on this as Zach, Chris, and David do, but I've been helping out for a while now, and it's a lot of fun. Hopefully we've brought you guys some enjoyment, so thanks for supporting us. We really appreciate it. And for the second 30 seconds, please, if you're a U.S. citizen of voting age, please vote. This is a very important election. I'm not going to be one of those people who's like, vote. I don't care for who, but vote. No, that's bullshit. Vote for Biden-Harris because Donald Trump's the worst and he's going to destroy this country even more than he already has. Please vote and vote blue. Okay, that's all. Goodbye.
Boom, boom, boom.
Fuck yeah, Pridge.
You
That was
heard
fucking-
it here.
All right.
That was a
that
good
was-
minute to win it.
That was the best minute to win it since Hayo deflated racists.
That's very true.
Yeah, that's pretty true, yeah.
Seriously, no, that was excellent. Again,
Also, I won that game while getting 4th place in a TFT match.
fuck you,
Yeah, and
piece
you,
of
you
shit.
get mad at me for AFKing skills in RuneScape, but he can fucking actively play TFT.
Whatever.
Ranked game, 4th place.
Again, to echo what Pritch said, thank you seriously so much for helping us get to 3K subs. If you're just tuning into the stream, do check out our YouTube channel down below. We're not just this show. We also do a lot of video essays about gaming and gaming history, as well as a variety of other shows, including a D&D show and a gaming opinion discussion show, I guess I'll call it. It's
Yeah,
a lot
just
of fun.
gaming discussion.
Yeah, it's better. It rolls off the tongue a little bit better.